video, and today I'm going to be going over a couple of things, my regimen that I've been doing over the last 2.5, almost 3 years, man. I go 3 years on August 16th of 2022. So I started my locks back in 2019, right before pandemic struck hard. Sometimes it was easy, sometimes it was hard, but here's a kick at how my journey started and things I've done on my regimen day to day. So first of all, when it comes to starting dreadlocks, take my advice and a lot of advice that other people will tell you about is do your research. One thing is I was totally green to the whole situation. I didn't know too much of anything about where to start from. Back when I was younger, like maybe early 20s, when I thought that I wanted to do dreadlocks, I thought that my hair just wouldn't lock because I would always try to twist it and it would never stay. So I remember a lot of people when I lived in Florida, Jacksonville to be exact, after I got out of the Navy, a lot of people would start their hair with braids and then let them stay, or they would braid their hair and take them out and let those crinks that were in their hair stay after putting like spritz and stuff on it. But that's the little bit that I knew about dreadlocks, but most definitely do your research. Nowadays there's so much on YouTube, there's different places you can go, but make sure when you do your research, go to various different places, because sometimes trying to get everything from one source is not going to help, because your journey is only going to be your journey, and trying to mimic someone else's journey might not be the best thing for you. So when it comes to washing your hair, some people don't like to wash their hair in the beginning stages. I guess because I'm a guy, I didn't really care back then. I was looking pretty rough anyway whenever I have like little short hair or whatever. So I can't really say anything. So I had no problem really washing my hair anyway. At that time I was doing construction, so I definitely wanted to wash my hair a lot. But a good thing with washing your hair is making sure that your hair stays clean. A lot of people think that it doesn't, but clean hair does lock faster. And another thing also that helps your hair lock faster with washing it is because we all know that anytime you wash your hair, you can, if you really pay attention, you can actually see your hair kind of matting up and crinkling in together. When I wash my hair, still to the day, my number one favorite is going to be my Oars olive oil. Now this one is a clarifying shampoo. I do use the olive oil with aloe most of the time. Like that's my number one go-to shampoo. This one is when I really feel like I need to really do a deep clean and get it, and it's also sulfur free. Once I do that, I do sometimes follow it up with my aloe conditioner. Another one that I like to use was my peppermint shampoo. I'm not saying that you have to use this particular one, but peppermint does give you this cooling sensation to your scalp. If you are a person who has itchy scalp, or it just gives you this feeling that you can feel that tingling, that clean that's going on. I have used coconut hemp infused. It was a little too light for me, so it didn't really work the numbers that I wanted to, but if need be, I need a shampoo to go to, it's still up under the sink. Like I said, I don't really use that one that much anymore. So drying your hair thoroughly before going to sleep. It's one thing if you're gonna go outside and you're gonna be in the sun or whatever. It typically, the sun will just get your hair dry or whatever, but just definitely make sure your hair is dry before going to bed. You don't want mold growing in your hair. Think about it, you're sitting on a wet pillowcase. Things tend to grow in that moist, damp condition. So always remember that. Let your hair dry thoroughly. I remember watching videos of people who have really long locks, and they say like sometimes it can take almost all day for their hair to dry. I haven't went through that situation yet, but here it is. I'm not even at 3 years yet. So we'll cross that bridge when it gets to it. But remember, always dry your hair all the way. With drying your hair also, if you're gonna use a blow dryer, try to use low to medium heat. Don't burn your hair out your head. Moisturize. All right, moisturizing your hair. First of all, moisturizing your hair is moisturizing. Remember, oils are sealants, so don't say that you're moisturizing your hair or your scalp with oil, because you're not. moisturizing. This is one of those ones that kind of starts from within. So make sure you're getting a lot of water, staying fluids in your body. Right here in Georgia right now, we're experiencing temperatures at 100 degrees. Craziest thing was the other day they told us cooler temperatures are coming. So tomorrow it's going to be 91. Like, man, get out of here.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And also with moisturizing, plenty of water when you do it. If you're going to go out and you want to put oil on your locks before going out, that's one thing, but it will seal the water moisture inside of your hair. A good thing that we had was right here. You can make that out. Rose water. I didn't use rose water too much, but every once in a while I would spray my hair with rose water. Right now I will work on a truck that has a smoker, all right, and we smoke a lot of meats all the time, and so I wash my hair every single day after work, so it's gonna to try to build that moisture back up in my hair. Certain things like I'll also seal and protect my hair with hair grease, not the actual length of the lock, but I will get it down to my scalp and make sure that there is soothing conditioner there, because from washing your hair a lot, you can over dry your scalp as well. Conditioning. Conditioning also could be certain things as like with your oils or conditioner. This is my go-to conditioner, the olive oil conditioner. Smells like oranges. I love that scent. Loved it ever since I had my schoolboy with all the deep dish waves in there. Conditioning is one of those two things where some people are on this side of the spectrum, some people are over here saying that they don't want to use it. Conditioner will loosen it up and step away from the detangling process that you actually want for detangling. You don't want your locks to be detangled because you're actually looking for your hair to tangle up and lock. One good thing about the conditioner though is for people who go long stints without retwisting, if you're a semi-free former or you do a lot of retwisting, conditioner is also good for your scalp and your hair to promote strength. I mean, it works numbers. It keeps that loose hair down here feeling crisp and light. Like I said, I work around a smoker and I know when my hair is not moisturized and when it needs conditioner, just because some days it can be soft and wonderful, and then other days I can feel it and it feels like it's brittle and it wants to break off. That's when I'll go into that heavy, good wash, condition, work at that scalp and make sure everything's good, but also to stay hydrated. I guess that same thing could still go with deep conditioning, making sure that you really get in there and work it. Deep conditioning also like steaming your hair. You don't have to go buy a steamer. You can still do like warm oil, put your hair in a shower cap, get in the shower and let that hot water just steam and penetrate your hair, moisturize it, and deep condition your hair that way. Oil in your scalp, like I said. So when it comes to oil in my scalp, I don't oil too often. I do use castor oil. I use vitamin E oil. All right. I use a 12-in-1 stimulator hair oil. And I'll also use black castor oil. Months and months ago, back I want to say maybe I was around 8, 9, 10 months locked. I stopped using oils for a long time. I mean, I even went through like 2 winters without using oil in my hair. But this particular summer has really kicked off with this heat, and I can just feel it. And so I know like the natural sebum, it is being created as much as I wash my hair, but to combat and take care of my health and to take care of my hair and promote strong, healthy growth, I do oil my scalp lightly now. It might only be once a week, maybe twice a week, but it really just depends on how my hair feels. I will not overdo it and clog my hair. So, depending on what oils you use, just make sure whatever you use, it's not too heavy. I also use peppermint oil sometimes, as well as using aloe vera. Now, I will take real aloe vera plant, but when I don't have real aloe vera plant, I will tend to buy one of these. Works good. And with the aloe vera, you can also rub that actually into your hair without worry of buildup. Sometimes I will wash my hair and do an aloe wash, and then let that sit for about 2 to 3 hours, and then rinse that out, and then come back and like lightly grease my scalp, or just aloe around the edges and down in the scalp. But for the most part, just trying to promote better health care of my hair. Don't retwist too often, and don't split your dreads when they are dry. All right, retwisting dry hair or splitting your hair when it's dry, we all know the feeling. Like, you can split it and it feels like you can feel blood like coming up over your head. But just never retwist on dry hair. Breakage could happen to anybody, even with shorter hair or dreadlocked hair or unlocked hair. We all know that you could run that comb through, and you always feel it. You can catch the hairs that come out. It's a natural process for your hair to come out when you're combing, but it just depends on how dry it is or whatever. So even if you're one of the people who like to brush your locks or comb the new growth, just make sure it's a little dampness to it when you do it, or for anybody who's getting ready to start, because it's a good thing to make sure that your hair always has some type of moisture or wetness to it before managing it. All right. Now, one thing is, I know I've showed a lot of stuff, and this would be that table that I'm grabbing off of, but one thing is, remember, don't be a product junkie. All right, being a product junkie, way too much stuff. In the beginning, I was getting there, but I was really happy that I was somewhere where the shower pressure gave out intense pressure. So I was able to like really clean my dreads out, stay away from it. I watched a lot of videos where people just kept putting. Like I said, anything that I've showed you besides my shampoos and the conditioner, and the aloe, they don't get used too often. It's just when my hair feels like it might need it. Maybe your hair is a little different from mine, so you might need to go a little harder with yours, but find what works for you and use that. Just don't be out here in the streets, man. Just find what you need, work your regimen, see how your hair responds to it, and follow through. Now, number 10 is just basically be yourself, love your own self, love your dreads. Lock envy is really crazy out there in the streets, man. We all see somebody that we're like, man, I wish my locks would have came out like that, or I hope my locks come out to look like that. And you'd be amazed at how many people look back at yours and they'll just say, man, I wish my locks looked like that. For anybody who's just starting dreadlocks, don't beat up on yourself so much in the mirror. I promise you, there's people who look back at themselves and like, man, I really missed that stage, man. I mean, I love my length now. I mean, that's what you're growing it for in the first place, was get some length. But I really miss when I was about a year and a half, maybe like 7-8 months to a year and a half, and they were really going crazy. But other than that, YouTube, man, I love you guys, man. Sorry for the distance, but I'll be back pretty soon. Like I said, 3-year update coming soon. But other than that, you guys stay blessed. All my kings and queens, love you. Peace.